Good evening, Colorado Mesa University, and welcome back to another episode of Crossing the Line. I am your host, Matt Entrikin, and with me, I have my partner, Sean Sullivan. How you doing today, Sean?
You know, it's great to be back here, crossing the lines. Happy to be back on this St. Patrick's Day. But, you know, we like to have fun here at Crossing the Lines, and we will have some fun, but we do want to send out a quick message. One's very important to us, and goes out to the Bears fans. Bear fans, we're so sorry. We're so sorry. We love you. We love you. You guys are special to us. You guys thought you were getting Russell Wilson, but you have TCU's finest, Andy Dalton. Matt, what do you think about that?
Bears fans, our hearts go out to you. We do have counselors available if you guys need it. We are here for you. We are listening. We know your pain.
Eat some deep dish. Eat some deep dish.
That'll make you feel better.
Yeah. Topic time?
Topic time. All right, Sean, let's do it. First off, to start the day, we have our first topic of the day, a little baseball talk. Topic of the day for baseball is San Diego Padres. Are they going to be the team to finally dethrone the Los Angeles Dodgers? Can they finally take the NL West crown from those boys in LA? Sean, tell me your opinion.
Simply put, no, I do not think the LA Dodgers can take down these Padres. They have probably one of the best pitching rotations in the league. They just got Trevor Bauer, an absolute ace from Cincinnati. They have an aging Kershaw, but, you know, Kershaw still comes out with needing the most nasty curveball. Walker Buehler, absolute beast. And most importantly, they have Joe Kelly. They have Joe Kelly. And not to mention the batting, absolutely fantastic. They have Cody Bellinger, Mookie Betts, Justin Turner, Corey Seager. Those all superstars in their own, and they're all on the Dodgers. Like I said, they had Trevor Bauer adding to their team, adding to their lineup. It's an absolutely lethal pitching combination they have there. And not to mention, the NL West, it's not that good of a division. Obviously, you have the Padres, which are loading up. They're looking to be an absolutely fantastic team. The Dodgers, to me, are the team to beat. They're going to absolutely have no problem with the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Rockies, I don't even want to talk about the Rockies. I don't want to talk about the Rockies. A lot of personality also on the Padres. Fernando Tatis and Manny Machado both know they have quite a big personality. There was already drama last year when Tatis hit that grand slam against the Rangers. So I don't know if Padres are going to be able to put it together yet, but looking to be a pretty good team.
Yeah, Sean, I'll agree with you that nobody wants to talk about the Rockies because it's true. I've had enough talking about the Rockies. I've vented enough. I couldn't count the amount of hours that I've vented about the Rockies. But here's what I will say. For 2021, I'm going to be a San Diego Padres fan. I think they have what it takes to dethrone the Dodgers. Listen, Dodgers have always been dominant. They are the team to beat. But they are vulnerable. The Padres, they are young and they are hungry. As a matter of fact, they're not just hungry, they are starving for a winning baseball team. They are starving for success. Success that they haven't even gotten a taste of since 2007 when we all liked the Rockies once upon a time, and the Rockies broke their heart in game 163. Clayton Kershaw is old and broken. Who knows what he's going to look like this year? Justin Turner, he's even older. I wouldn't count on him. The Dodgers have a lot of great talent. There's no question about that. But I see a lot of inconsistencies on their team. See Max Muncy, see Julio Urias, okay? Dodgers are going to be a great team. There's no doubt about that. They're going to be winners. But I think this is the year. All good things must come to an end, and I think the Padres are finally going to win this NL West crown.
Well, they better leave Blake Snell in this time. Yeah, don't be with
leave Blake Snell in. If your starter is doing well, leave Blake Snell in.
Lesson learned, Tampa Bay Rays fans. We're sorry about that. Low blow.
Our hearts also go out to you, Tampa Bay Rays fans.
Low blow, low blow.
Low blow. You get a chance this year, though. You know, baseball will always be back. All right, guys, we can keep this one short and sweet. Second topic of the day, we have, can the Patriots contend with the Bills this year? Recently, the Patriots have made, what was it, like 1,000 different free agent signings, spending money like they've never spent money before. Bill Belichick is out looking to make moves. And so we asked the question, any chance the Patriots can contend with the Bills this year?
I do not think that the Patriots can contend with the Bills this year. Patriots did spend over $200 million in free agency. But the Bills, they've been pretty quiet. Why have they been pretty quiet? Because they are an absolutely lethal team, and they don't need to. They spend a little bit of money. They one-year deal with Emmanuel Sanders coming from the New Orleans Saints. Great veteran wide receiver, will be great to help Josh Allen develop even more. And Josh Allen is legit. Dude, an absolute rocket for an arm. Stephon Diggs, absolutely fantastic. And also, with the Patriots, they did reload, but I'm not entirely sold on Cam Newton. He threw it hardly over 25 yards. He's spiking in front of receivers. He's a great runner if they want to be a ground and pound team, which, Bill Belichick always does like to run the rock. But in a team in a division with the Buffalo Bills, running the rock simply will not be enough. You're going to need to put up at least 28 points, I think, to beat the Bills, and I don't think the Patriots can do that, Matt.
Hold on, Sean. You saying the Bills don't need to do anything? They don't need to change anything? Because I seem to remember them getting absolutely worked in the AFC Championship.
They did get worked in the AFC Championship game, but let me ask you this. Where are the Kansas City Chiefs tackles? They're gone. They're gone. So,
and that's going to be the difference maker for the Bills. That's what's going to get them to the Super Bowl.
If they get a pass rush, they have Ed Oliver on their team. If they draft another, I think they should draft another linebacker or a pass rusher in the draft. Load up. You can never have enough pass rushers, in my opinion, and that's kind of a rule of thumb in the NFL. So with the pass rush, if they get some more pass rush on the Buffalo Bills, Patrick Mahomes is going to be continuing to run for his life, which we saw he did in the Super Bowl. Not rushing for success.
Here's one thing, though, you failed to consider here, Sean. There is a man who goes by the name of Bill Belichick. He's on the Patriots. He is the head coach, considered one of the greatest, if not the greatest, head coaches of all time. And, he may seem like a robot, but believe me, I think he has heard the gossip that that he needed Tom Brady more than Tom Brady needed him.
That's a fantastic point. That is actually a really fantastic point. Bill Belichick is angry, and no one likes an angry Tom Brady, and no one likes an angry Bill Belichick. He's getting Hunter Henry. He's getting no Titans. He's getting to load up the middle of the field to destroy the team. So.
We remember how much Bill Belichick loved those 2 tight end sets. That's what got him a lot of success with Detroit. And now he's got that and 2 new tight ends, and he's adding a lot of pieces. And you know what? Bill Belichick, I would put money on this. He is going to make the Patriots this year into a winning team. Does he absolutely run away with the AFC with the division title? I don't know. But will it be close? Will he contend with the Bills? Absolutely. You think Bill Belichick is going to be the head of a team that takes 2 losing seasons in a row? I don't think so.
I'm not buying it either. But we'll see. A lot of exciting things happen in the AFC East. Who knows what's going to happen there?
All right, it's going to be a lot of fun in the 2021 NFL year. But we are going to move on to the third topic of the day. All right, a lot of moves have been made in the NFL this past week, a lot of free agent signings, and most notably, a heap of quarterbacks have been signed to new teams in the last several days. And so now we're going to talk about what was the best, what was the worst, what was the most surprising QB signing. Sean, start us off.
So I'm actually going to start off with a couple of people that stay on the same team and made a couple signs. Taysom Hill got a 4-year extension. As Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk said, kind of a lot of smoke and mirrors with it, not all guaranteed. And they also got back Jameis Winston. So Drew Brees, as we saw, he retired last week. And a lot of things are unknown at the Saints quarterback position, which we haven't really seen in about 15 years, with Drew Brees being the rock-steady quarterback back there. They're going into the season with a quarterback contest with Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. To me, there's a clear favorite of who should be the starting quarterback, and that is famous Jameis Winston. A little turnover prone sometimes, but I thought in the time he deserves to get a shot. I think he's a better overall quarterback than Taysom Hill is. Taysom Hill, if you're Sean Payton, do what you do best with Taysom Hill and use him as that Swiss Army knife that he is. Put him at special teams to return some kicks, return some punts, or to be a gunner, whatever he is. Put him in an offense. You know what? Put him in at safety. Put him at pass rusher. Put him in as kicker, tight end. Put him in as whatever you want, because Taysom Hill seems to be able to do it all. I personally was not overly impressed in the game I saw him against the Denver Broncos, which was a team, when they played the Broncos last season, they didn't have a quarterback. They had Kendall Hinton, for gosh sakes. And Taysom Hill didn't really get it done.
Still mad about that.
Yeah, a sore subject. I'm not going to bring that one up either. But anyway, Taysom Hill, he did not look fantastic. I'm not sold on his arm. And Jameis Winston, he was very turnover prone in Tampa Bay, but also when he was putting up 5 interceptions, he's putting up 5 touchdowns. Yeah. So to me, that's a good trade-off. You're going to have some turnovers. You might as well have an exciting game with it. Jameis Winston can give you that. I think he's going to be the starter for the New Orleans Saints. I'm not seeing him as a Super Bowl favorite as I did last year, the year before, but I think Jameis Winston's going to get him in the right direction.
Yeah, who really cares about the little mistakes if you're scoring touchdowns? The NFL is all about offense, am I right or am I right? I will agree with you, though. I think Taysom Hill has a lot of flash and not as much substance. Jameis Winston is the #1 overall pick after all. A little turnover prone, but hey, who hasn't been earlier in their career? We've seen a lot of great quarterbacks who've been turnover prone earlier in their career, only to make very successful careers out of their life and football. But the nod I'm going to give to today is the Washington football team for signing my guy Ryan Fitzpatrick, and a guy who I think is actually everybody's guy you can't go wrong with, a man who everybody loves, Ryan Fitzpatrick. And you know what? Washington already made the playoffs with a subpar quarterback. Now they have a chance. I think they could even win 1 or 2 playoff games with Ryan Fitzpatrick at the helm. And we've already seen, Sean, that you can go far in the playoffs with not the best quarterback in the league. We saw that with Peyton Manning, okay? And, you know, we know Peyton Manning in 2015 was not the best quarterback in the league. Was it much more than a game manager? And that's what you need to do. You need to be a leader, and you need to be a game manager.
I agree. I think it's pretty interesting what we're going on with the Washington football team because, as you said, they don't really have a clear quarterback as of now. But also, let's look at this playoff game, the wild card they had against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which they gave Tampa Bay a really good run for their money.
They did.
And who's at the helm of that? Taylor Heineke. Give my man Taylor Heineke a shot. I don't think Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to go into the season as
You're going to disrespect Fitzmagic like that?
Well, here's the thing about Ryan Fitzmagic.
Disrespect him?
Ryan Fitzpatrick, whatever you want to call him, I like calling him Fitzmagic. He will give you either one game at 500 or one game right below 500. So there's 7, 8, or 9 wins since a 17-game season. But you're guaranteed to get about 8 wins with Ryan Fitzmagic. And if Taylor Heineke can get you those other 4 or 5 games, you're looking at a 3 seed in the playoff.
You got no sample size there with Taylor Heineke.
That's true. That is true. But I thought he looked really, 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 really good against Tampa Bay. I was concerned with he already got injured in the one game he was a starter against Tampa Bay. But also, he gave the football team a really, really good shot to win against the now Super Bowl champion Tom Brady-led Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That fantastic defense that absolutely made Patrick Mahomes look foolish. Taylor Heineke had a couple touchdowns.
One last question for you, Sean. What do you think happens first? Washington football team gets to the Super Bowl, or they give themselves a name?
I am going to actually have to go with... I'm thinking I'm going to get a name first, mainly because also I think they may just keep as the Washington football team. But I don't know. That defense is absolutely legit. Ron Rivera is a fantastic coach. If they can figure out this quarterback thing with Fitzmagic or Taylor Heineke, that's going to be an exciting team, especially in that division where all you need is, 2 wins to make the playoffs? As obviously being heavily sarcastic, but that is not a very good division at all, the NFC East.
Yeah, not too good. Time is now for Washington to take advantage of a weak decision. Absolutely, but please, Washington, name your football team. Battlehawks, Redhawks, something.
Red Wolves, whatever.
Red Wolves, Fairies, whatever.
No.
And we don't want to be the football team. I think that would be funny if just the football team ended up winning the Super Bowl. But
yeah, the nameless team.
That's neither here nor there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for topic of the day, as you may know, this is the month of March. And there is a very special tournament that we haven't seen in 2 years. That is going to be occurring in the coming days. It is March Madness. The NCAA tournament is back. So today, Sean and I are going to be making our predictions for who we think is going to be taking the tournament this year. Sean, get us going.
So I'm going to start off with the first round. Let's see who I think are going to be some big upsets. Starting off, number 4 Virginia against number 13 Ohio. It seems to be every single year there's going to be a 5-12 and a 4-13 upset and maybe a couple other ones. You have the UMBC outliers of the 16 seeds beating the Virginia Cavaliers. And I think the Virginia Cavaliers are going to have another first-round exit against Ohio. Ohio looking fantastic. They won their conference. I think they're looking really good. I think Virginia is a little bit it's just kind of one of those things where obviously you can make all these predictions, have all these stats that you want. Ultimately, March Madness is luck. My gut's telling me Virginia's going to go down. Virginia's going to go down. Mark my words. Also, for all you CU Buff fans out there, you guys are doing really well in the Pac-12. You're in the playoffs. You're going against Georgetown, and you're going to lose. I think Georgetown is going to win. They came off of they won their play-in tournament, and I think they're going to beat the CU Buffs. And let's talk about the Midwest quadrant of the bracket. and how weak it is. The Illinois, the Illini are the #1 seed in there, and there really are no other teams in that division, Matt, that I think have any other real playoff experience. I think Illinois is a clear favorite to make it to the Final Four. A couple sleeper teams I have to make a run is SDSU, the 11 seed. I think they're going to make a run. And in Texas Tech, they made it to the finals against Michigan a couple years ago, and I think that they have a chance of making another run. I'm going to hold off on my winner right now. I want to hear what you have with your brackets first.
I just want to say, they're talking about experience. What experience does Illinois have? They haven't been very far in recent history, but you know what? I'm going to go on to something that I care about a little bit more. When it comes to March Madness, I'm a very instinctual bettor.
There you go.
And realistically, I think March Madness is more of a showcase of statistical anomalies rather than a showcase of who is really the best team. And if I learned anything from Matthew McConaughey in the movie Interstellar, it's that anything that can happen will happen. Murphy's Law, the only reason I know what that law is. So, therefore, Abilene Christian is taking this one. At least they're going to go to the Final Four. That's my pick. I got a feeling.
The Final Four, Abilene Christian.
Yes, sir.
They played Texas in the first round, is that correct?
Doesn't matter who they play in the first round. They have the Magic this year, Sean.
You think they're going to win it all? You think Abilene Christian's going to win it all?
That is not in my bracket, but they're going to make it to the Final Four.
They're going to make it to the Final Four. Who is your champion? Who do you have as your winner?
I got my winner this year as Houston.
Houston, 2 seed. I have the Michigan Wolverines. I haven't taken it. I haven't beaten Illinois in the final, actually. Also, watch out for my Iowa Hawkeyes, though. I can see them making a run. 2 seed, Luka Garza, absolute beast of a center. Watch out for Iowa.
I will say, if it's not going to be Abilene Christian or my Houston team, I like Gonzaga a lot. Got to go with I mean, they've been the clear best team so far this year, so it's hard to bet against the Zags, the Catholics, you know. So that's where I'm at, Sean.
Jalen Suggs, I also agree. There's a very good chance for Gonzaga to make a run. But I'm liking Michigan. Give me the Wolverines.
I don't know, Sean. I mean, Juwan Howard, I'm not the biggest fan of him. Seems to be a little bit erratic. I don't know.
He got fired up in the Big Ten tournament, and I love that. If it's me, I'm getting my team fired up. I'm liking Michigan.
I don't know. But yeah,
Big Ten schools.
We love the Fab Five, nevertheless. Great documentary, by the way.
Yes, very fantastic.
All right, guys, we're about to wrap up the show here. Last segment of the day, we have our weekly shout-outs. Sean, you want to start us off once more?
I want to keep you here at CMU and give a shout out to the CMU men's baseball team. They put up 22 and 24 runs against the Colorado School of Mines. Let's hope they put up 20 more runs against UCCS Friday at 3 o'clock at UCCS. But you can watch it on the CMU Athletics page. Just go to the CMU baseball team and you will find it there. Let's put up 20 more runs. How about that? How's that sound?
Let's do it, CMU. Let's take that national title this year, I believe. All right, my shout out is going to LeBron James, who is now a part owner of the Boston Red Sox. I don't really care that much about the Red Sox or LeBron James. What I do care about is that my brother is a very big fan of the Boston Red Sox and a very big not fan of LeBron James. So I think that's pretty funny that his favorite team of all time is now partially owned by LeBron James.
Cleveland, this is for you, apparently. Heyo.
Heyo. That's right, Sean. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us on this week of Crossing the Line. Thank you, Sean, very much for joining us once again. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, keep crossing those lines.
Cross it up. Let's go, Michigan.
See you next